It's me, the one AJ Anthony Jordan. I've never been so depressed on a pod because it's a prediction show, and no matter what I say, I can't win, so I don't give a fuck. It's essentially the way I'm going about that.
Reach for the sky, boy. You see, it looks like I got a crown above my head. Maybe that's foreshadowing is what may happen. Who knows? But it's me, Double V, the Viceroy of Verisimilitude, Nico Luro. Follow me at Daddy Go on YouTube if you're not already.
Well, you know, it's the one, the only champion from last season, and the only person that has
reigning defending.
I have not left the first place spot. If I lose it now, oh my God, it's stupid. Plus, I'm Den the Tech, the wrestling fan that doesn't watch wrestling. In the lead.
There it is.
Hey, man came back strong like Uso still. So, you know what? Ultimate Finesse Simsy. What up?
Is it me or is Leon frozen?
Leon's frozen.
Leon's frozen, but we can hear him. It's fine.
That's all good. Leon, if you could just do a quick refresh. And while you're refreshing, let's go for the final saying for the last time of this season.
Big Toe in the zone. WrestleMania. I'm going to be the champion. It's all coming to a head. What a great time.
What is it? Is it a 3-way or a 4-way lead right now?
4-way.
4-way. Oh, Leon came up in it.
Yeah,
AJ fucked up. It would be 3-way if AJ had kept his mouth.
The win. Keep forgetting you gave. And I went out of that thinking I won it, and I thought, oh, I tied with one person. I didn't even count Leon in there because I'm like, he made that stupid prediction, and I totally forgot that AJ was like, no, Leon, I can't have that. You need to win. If I can't do it, you must. You did it with me. It was like, CM Punk's a guarantee, but I'm going to give you CM Punk.
I think one of the reforms we should have for next year is AJ learns the submission move STFU.
So
fuck it. If I win it, I'll nominate my wins. I'll give it to
WrestleMania. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you.
Oh, if I win this, I would do a joint place. Even though I hate I would give it to you as well because you deserve to be in front.
Oh, that's making Big Tone so angry hearing that.
What about Ricky Starks? What about Ricky Starks?
No. Who won last year?
All of that. The fact is, if you deserve to be in front, you would be, but you're not. So, hey.
Oh. Rumble gave away his points. Punk gave away his points. Last
I didn't tell him to do
month. I don't know what the hell was that.
The fact that he called these shots and then his mouth started moving is a different story.
So here's the thing, and this is for everyone who's been following this show religiously, and whoever you are in the multiple sense, we thank you. There's a very difficult line in this whole situation where one has to show their knowledge of the game, and one also has to play the other game, which is kicking your friend's ass in order to win the points. So my point of, well, Leon, that would have been an Impact thing. It's funny how my face showed the reaction that I didn't even know I was feeling at the time. I went, fuck. The body showed it. If you go back to the short, the body showed it. So it is what it is. So that's
You're too
why
nice. Stop being nice.
It wasn't even nice.
At the same time, you still got the opportunity to change your mind for any match that we call. And we've all changed our minds at least on one match.
Oh, so, Leon, well done. You did the right thing.
I just played that card like in AJ's defense.
Harvey wants Leon to win. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he should be the one that win. It's between Leon and Nico to be the real wrestling, real fans that watch too much product. Followed closely by Big Tone. Very closely.
No. Reaching the two men at the bottom are the wrestlers.
Is it Leon and Big Tone?
Yeah.
Okay, so you two should be the winner. Nico, I just don't want him to beat me. You don't understand. I want to rub it in his face for 1 year. Even if I come second, I want to rub it. Sorry, I'm sorry, but you would take it more personal than anybody else. If I win, the non-wrestling fan wins.
No, do you know then who it's going to annoy? It's going to annoy him.
Oh yeah, him.
AJ, this guy right here.
Oh yeah.
He has said so many times that he believes that you are where you are because you leech off of the information that we share, and that
I've said it, but he's
next
also
season when it goes recorded, you're not going to have that opportunity. These
Do you
are
know
his
I've been?
words, not
Do you know what
mine.
I've been doing?
He has more beef.
I've been sending AJ my
He has,
predictions
he has.
before we do our prediction to prove.
he has.
I have no beef with you, my friend. He's the beef.
I just like the spirit of competition, and I feel what will happen.
win.
Do you really?
I like the spirit of winning.
Listen,
Exactly.
the pre-recorded element, and here's a bit of a spoiler, which people will hear. The pre-recorded element allows me to go, ha! Well played, Leon. Good luck with your Jerry Jarrett. And in that same fight, I've made my point as to why I believe a winner would be done. And there it is. It's done. It's dusted. We move on. Anyone want to make a change? No. Cool.
We are 100% doing pre-recorded next
Oh
season.
hell yeah!
100%. But anyway, guys, we're 6 minutes in, and we have not acknowledged WrestleMania goes to Hollywood. It's the big one. We are, well, 3 of us are pumped, 2 of us are going. So that's how it goes. So while everybody has their chance to be Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes, tonight, people, Matthew, I will be
One day.
Look at this countdown. While you guys are all superstars of the match, I am the Miz, because all I'm going to be
Literally.
is your host tonight. There is no match for me. I'm just going to call my shit and enjoy it. So, right, is everybody ready to kick off?
Do we want to just let people know what the current scores are?
You can.
Yeah.
So after the last pay-per-view,
You can
Big
admit the
Tone-
host from this score. That would be appreciated.
Big Tone finished last with 5. AJ, myself, and Den got 7.
A perfect score.
And Leon got 8 because of AJ.
Was it a perfect score
It
by
was.
chance?
No, Leon
Clean
got
sweep.
8 because I have the opportunity to change my mind in a match.
Why did you change your mind?
because of a point that all of you made.
All of us.
All of us.
Yeah,
Wow.
because of you, and not to mention,
I demand
if
the tape gets played back because I'm calling
if you-
bullshit.
yeah,
on all
yeah,
of us.
play back that tape because I did originally say the guns, but then because I was thinking on homage thing, I was thinking, maybe
Cool.
Jeff
Your
Jarrett
final
might
choice
win.
before Flappy McFlappy over to my right here was the Jarretts.
Yeah, but I did. But my
There's no
heart
but,
was
bruv.
thinking.
There's no
You
but.
said it.
My,
You said it
my
with your
head was
chest.
thinking the guns, and I did say, and I did call that. If you listen, you'll hear me say, "I'm thinking the guns," but I'm going to go
But-
with Jarrett.
So you went with Jarrett until AJ opened his mouth. We got there, cool.
We're there. It doesn't matter. Right now, there are 4. I can't believe it. For the entire year, 4 of us are tied up. One
Big
is out of
Tone,
competition.
Leon, myself, and Den are all on 7 points for the season. I don't know if AJ's got a plan here, if we have another draw, but that's not my worry. It's not my show.
Ultimately, the one solution I've done is basing it off of what we will have next season as a point system. I will just go through all the messages where you announce how many points each person has had per show, and I will just add it up, tally it, and we will get a winner based on the maximum amount of points for the season.
Man, that's too much work. Just give it to the champion. Keep the champions. Look, I'm sorry. If we all tie, I win. There's no recounts.
Actually, if we do that, I stand a good chance of winning. So yeah.
Yeah, the champion
So,
retains.
the other way, and this might also help in the different dynamic. Leon, you're more than welcome to use my PS5 for the day. All of you can play 2K23, and the winner will be crowned.
That's not this competition. That's
Nah,
not
but
this
I don't have to play
competition.
that game.
Huh?
Not me.
I don't know that game exists.
Good. I'll just be sitting back and laughing. But anyway, that's the way I will go through the points. I'll start tallying it from now. But anyway, let's go into official podcast mode, and it's time to kick off. Should I go first? Does it matter?
Yes,
what
you
I
should
do?
go first every time.
I'll go
Yeah,
first.
go
I'll
for
go
it.
first. But this is the thing. I don't feel there are 2 men who have much more passion for this man than I do, and I feel like I should give them their. Do you know what? Screw it. I'm switching it up because I can.
You should go first every time, to be honest.
That's what I said.
Okay,
Does
screw
it?
it. All right. 2 of you have said it. I'll do it. It doesn't bother me. I was just going to
See,
give
this
it.
is why you lose. This is why you lose.
It doesn't bother me. Whichever way. I've lost. Anyway, here we go. Austin Theory versus Mr. John
We're doing
Cena.
first, like the actual first match of WrestleMania. Dang.
Yeah.
Bro, you just
I
cut
wonder
my
if someone's
promo.
gonna buy that T-shirt. Yeah.
Anyway,
Cut the promo nonetheless.
that's
Let
what
me
I'm
hear
saying.
it.
It's done.
I never heard it.
So we're
I don't know
talking
what
for
it
the
is.
United States Championship. John Cena versus Austin Theory. Yes, Austin has his name back. As much as, let's be honest, it's a passing of the torch. Austin Theory.
Sweet.
It'll be nice to see John, but that's where it goes.
I don't have much to add to that. Theory. Because unfortunately, they booked themselves into a corner here where they have to have Theory win. Unless they do the whole Nico's dream booking scenario, but they won't do that because they like to play things safe under Papa H's regime. Because I pitched this with AJ and Big Tone, so now I'll pitch it to Den and Leon. This is a good bit of booking. They agree with me. Jay White happens to be a free agent at the moment, and he's on the fence about where he goes. How's this for a debut? John Cena beats Theory at Mania. John Cena appears on Raw the following night. John Cena then says, open challenge for the US title. Switchblade comes out and whoops his ass. Now, that would be cool. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. So Theory's going to win.
You post an interesting point there, but I wasn't thinking Jay White. But you do pose an interesting thought. So Cena retains for the sake of winning at WrestleMania. Theory. Yeah. Cena beats him, and then Theory beats him back on Raw.
That's dead booking.
That could happen, bro.
It's booking. What's your pick for the win?
Yeah, what's your pick while we're on you?
See,
actually, it's brilliant booking. My mouth has been too big for the longest time.
Nico made a very
going 2 nights for you, Nico. I actually sorry.
Yeah, Nico made a very interesting point, but I wasn't. The only thing is, as good as that booking is, and it's a dream booking, as we would say. I was thinking that Theory would somehow snap and beat him and win the title back on Raw, but the way it was built up and the promo that he dropped on Raw as well, empty arena sort of thing, they're really kind of, I don't know, shooting this guy to the moon, it seems, and passing that torch. So for that reason, I'm gonna be sensible and say Theory for the win. Austin Theory for the win.
My heart says Cena, though.
But just before we go any further, Leon, you do realize that if Cena's in Hollywood, he might as well do 2 nights for them anyway.
What is wrong with this guy?
I'm just saying.
Why are you trying to?
Yes, but at the same time, at the same time, I don't think he would risk that because he's still involved with Hollywood, isn't he? He's still doing filming, and he's still due for filming after WrestleMania. So I don't think he would risk that by wrestling a second night. And that's another reason why I think Austin Theory would win. And you know what? To capitalize on what Nico said, Austin Theory wins. He shoots his mouth off on Raw, saying that he's beaten everybody and there's no one that can beat him. Or he does that challenge to mock Cena, and Jay White comes out for Theory. But I don't think Cena's going to wrestle a second night. To answer your question, AJ.
Stop the fantasy booking. This is what makes wrestling crap nowadays, because we all make the best match and WWE give us the best they can. Well, the best they think is good for us. It's Mania. It's not for the actual true fans. It's for general public. It's to get more people on to watch the product. I would love Cena to win and for him to go to do that thing again and make it like the Jay White thing. Anyone to beat Cena to make them a star. Why would you do that when you already got someone that they're trying to make a star in Austin Theory? Let him beat Cena on the biggest stage. End it there. Cena came in, did his thing. Austin Theory now has beaten Cena, and we run this Austin versus Cena, for crying out loud. I'm thinking of Stone Cold, but it's Austin versus Cena. But yeah, I'm going with Theory because I circled it. But yeah.
Okay, I mean, to be honest, I've got to piggyback of what Denda said, actually. Yes, we got to look at these things objectively and what they're giving us. And yeah, this is WrestleMania. They're going to have the most eyes on them. They're trying to make Austin Theory a star. It makes no sense for him to have lost last year at WrestleMania and then come and lose this year at WrestleMania when he's supposed to be the future. So this is his moment of FU in the big show, except for it's going to be John Cena, man, taking the A-Town down this time. So. They sort of didn't change his music, but at least cleaned it up so it doesn't sound so good. So kudos to that. You should win just for that alone.
Do you know I've realized the big tone in your name is the tone of music, because I've never seen a man get so pissed off by theme songs like you.
I'm sorry, they did Wardlow, now they sorted out very, I'm pleased.
Right,
another thing I might add here is they've made it the first match. So that is such a big giveaway for it to be a shocker. First match going in, everyone's going to be like, "Oh my god!" They're going to kick off. They're going to kick off WrestleMania with a bang, and that's the bang that Theory beat Cena.
Such a shocker! We all predicted it.
The bang is Cena's music hitting. That's it. Yeah. Once that music hits, that's the bang for. That's a shocker. We all know it's going to be there, but when you hear that music hit, you're going to have. They want all the thousands of people to get there to the arena early. They don't want it to we just filter in. They want them to all be there. So when it first starts and they pan around, it's just a lot of people. In the past, the first match, it has to be a big match to get people in the thing. And once again, as Paul Heyman said it once before, if you're not going to be main event, why am I hanging out here all day? Let's start the match.
Usually the first matches are the ones that are, wasn't that the same? Wasn't the Randy Orton Seth Rollins when he did that? He went to do the curb stomp and then Randy Orton caught him. Wasn't that the first match at WrestleMania?
Yeah, but it was a match.
Yeah, it wasn't fast. Anyway,
come on, we got a lot. Move on. We all pick Theory. Oh yeah, by the way, if we all end up picking the same thing, I'm going to make a change on one of my matches, and it might be stupid, but just to make it so I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose.
I like that.
I'm tired.
All right, Dan, do you know what? I've bounced this camera up so many times. I'm just going to leave it on you for this one. The men's exhibition tag team match. Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders.
Really?
Who did I pick?
Oh my god!
I chose the black guys. What are the names? What are the names? Street Profits. I picked the Street Profits.
Smokey McFly and Smokey the Bear.
I picked them because you got the little one that's going to be a star, the little skinny one that looks smaller than me for some reason. He's going to be a superstar. Montez Ford. And then, yeah, that's it. That's literally it. They're going to put the tag team and make them big and then break them up. That's what WWE do.
I don't know why. To me, all of them feel like, apart from the Profits who have had good victories, the only other team that feel like a tag team to me in this is the Viking Raiders. And I think it's time for us to start putting some teams out there without having been established. I can't remember if the Viking Raiders have held gold. So I'd like to go with the Viking Raiders myself personally.
Okay, so initially I was going to go with Viking Raiders because I see them as being built up to be quite dominant on the shows. But then ultimately they lose their matches, isn't it? They lost against Drew and Sheamus when they shouldn't have.
They lost the ninjas.
Exactly, man. I don't think that they should be.
What'd you say?
I don't think they
Lost
rate them
Rangers.
as much as they want, as they like, you know. Actually, I think they should. They don't rate them that much. So on that note, I think Strowman and Ricochet are actual. Well, Strowman's a star, yeah, and I feel they want to keep him looking strong. So he has the most reason to win out of this little group that they've got here. Kudos to Chad Gable for being on a WrestleMania card, though.
My
But anyway,
boy.
yeah, Strowman and Ricochet for the win.
See, for me, I was saying it was between two teams, and that was the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits. No, it's very interesting that AJ went for Viking Raiders, especially the fact that Triple H likes his Viking. So you never know. You never know. But for some reason, the Street Profits stand out for me in this. Strowman and Ricochet will have their WrestleMania moment, but that's as far as it will go. The Viking Raiders, I reckon the only thing big about them will be their entrance, and that's just about it. Again, it came between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits, and I'm gonna go with the Street Profits.
Sorry, one question.
No.
No.
True.
It's a simple one. You said Ricochet and Strowman will have their Mania moment. Are you saying just by being on the card, or do you call something big for them happening?
Like, you know, for example, like when Edge speared Jeff Hardy, you know, that was a WrestleMania moment. You know, when Kevin Owens, like those kind of moments, Like they will have that kind of moment, like the oh my god moment. It will be a very interesting match, and as Big Tone said, kudos to all of them for getting on the card. But there's been a lot of focus on the Street Profits for all reasons, really. One for Montez Ford, whether he's going to go solo, whether they're going to remain as a tag team, whether they're going to start coming back strong again. But at the same time, I really agree with what AJ says. It's time that we start to recognize other tag teams as well. It's not just the Street Profits. It's not just, you know, it's the Viking Raiders. They've come up from NXT and they've done really well. Back in the day, you know, Attitude Era and up to 2006, there was a lot of interest in tag teams, you know, and there was a focus on all of them, and it made the tag team division very interesting. The Viking Raiders have helped to make that interesting again. So if they win this match, I'd be very happy for them. But in this sense of the competition that we're in, I'm going to go with Street Profits purely because of the TV time that they're getting right. Well, not the TV time, but the angles that they're in. There's a lot of focus on them.
Just want to point something out. We have 13 matches to go through.
Yeah, please faster. I don't really. I don't think that. I actually think that I've got the opportunity to win points here, and I'm worried that what I say is going to convert people. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for reasoning and just say Strowman and Ricochet.
I already said them.
Yeah, I know, but I think my reasons for saying them may sway people.
Don't tell anyone this.
No, I'm not.
Nope. This is why I prefer
that's what the recap show's for.
This is why I prefer the pre-record, which will come, because it's the insight, which I think is always
100%.
I'm not willing to change my mind on it, but yeah.
Nope. As you said, recorded. I'd wax lyrical here. Fact of the matter is, this is the final. I want points.
Fair play. Right, Nick. I purposely kept you last for this one because
who did you pick? AJ.
I'm the Viking Raiders.
Okay, cool.
So we've got 2 Profits, two Strowman.
2 Profits, 2 Strowman, 1 Viking.
Oh, I'm taking notes this time.
Anyhow, I win these 2 fucking matches. I swear down. Imagine if I win both shows and it ends up in a full-on draw. Anyway, we digress. Okay,
well, it's only 1 point for the weekend, isn't it?
Well, it'll bring me up to 7 with the rest of you if no one else can win.
You want 5?
No.
Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio.
I want AJ to win.
This a few weeks ago was very clear cut, and it's become less clear cut to me.
I agree.
A few weeks ago, you would have thought, because there was the Hall of Fame thing. It's like, okay, maybe he's retiring. He's going to put his son over as he retires. Dominic's going to take it. That logically that makes sense. The way this has panned out in the last 2 weeks has really put doubt over my mind. Simply because I'm torn here. Because yes, you need your like shocks at Mania, and this for your average viewer seeing Rey Mysterio lose would be a shock, definitely. But WrestleMania is also about the feel-good moments, and there would be something incredibly feel-good about about a father not bassing the living fuck out of his son after he spoke to his daughter and wife that way. Because of the way that SmackDown promo has gone down, it's really, really muddied the water for me.
Oh, did you see Raw?
13 matches.
No, I haven't. What happened on Raw that will help me with this?
Okay, well they got the jump on him, and then
Well, no, I need to know what happened on Raw.
they got the jump on him, and then he cut a promo. He cut a promo saying that he wished he was Eddie's dad. Eddie was his dad and all that.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
but he's done that a few times now, hasn't he?
No. He actually said the words. I wish I was.
But he jumped Rey Mysterio along with Damian Priest, and then he just basically, and then Legado del Fantasma came down.
That I saw. I didn't see the promo because I only watched the highlights.
All right, okay, yeah. He just said like he wishes.
I mean, it's okay. So the kid really needs to take a kicking here. Story-wise, this doesn't make sense anymore. If like all of the shit Dominic's done for the last few weeks, and then he just goes and beats Ray, like I have a feeling that's what they're gonna do, but legit, that doesn't make sense then.
So you pick.
No, I'm picking Ray, man. Fuck it, I'm picking Ray. This has come to a place where he needs to win this match because there's no story otherwise. It's like Dominic beats him, and then.
Yeah.
No, I'm going Ray.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Right. Ray should win. Dom will win. You always see, I can say it right now. The House, not the House of Black. What the hell are they called?
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day is winning everything. So you can tell my other picks from now.
So there are three things sure in life: death, taxes.
Get his ass whipped.
I'm used to the other pod, AJ talking about comic book movies.
I know. I couldn't help it. And I knew someone else would beat me to
big
it.
Tone,
if I couldn't say it. That's why I got it. There are two things that tells me to. I don't care if I sway you. I don't care which way it is. I mean, essentially, death taxes is one way. The other way that I'm going to play this is the last time a father and son took on each other, the son won, but then the son was the face. But more than anything,
last time John Cena opened a match in a title match at WrestleMania, he won.
I'm just saying the way that logic would work. But the point that I will do, and it's where I screwed up with Strowman last time, is it's the principle thing. And it was the Shane Strowman, and I was like, oh, Shane will win. Didn't happen. It's the whole fact that Ray's wife has now been involved in it, and it's like you don't disrespect your mother that way. I reckon WrestleMania. Anyway, long story short, I'm going Ray.
The way it should be.
Okay, I mean, like I see where you guys are coming from, and yeah, they should have those feel-good moments, but you got to actually examine what it means for Dominic to win. He's already hated, yeah, and now he can just brag and brag when he eventually beats him. Like the world is the oyster for Dominic because again, you say what's next for him. He's like one of the main bad guys, like on Raw and SmackDown, like, and in this sense, in this storyline, they've done tremendous work with Dominic Mysterio this year.
Yeah,
this definitely has been a breakout year, and this is coup de grace. Yeah, little shout out to mentor there, and like he's gonna beat his dad. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be through nefarious means. But like he's gonna beat him, and then he's gonna brag about it for the next 6 months. So, yeah, Dominic Mysterio.
Here's the thing, like that's a very interesting point, right? But I thought I thought about this, and right, so Rey Mysterio is going into the Hall of Fame. He's coming to the end of his career, basically. If Dominic wins, yeah, he can brag about it and stuff. And at first, I did see it as Dominic winning, but after seeing Raw and just looking at looking at the dynamics of things, if he wins and brags about it, or how long is he going to brag about it for? It will just brag about it until it goes nowhere in my eyes. What I think is going to happen is Ray will win, then they will have that Hall of Fame ceremony again on Raw. Dominic comes out and beats the shit out of him, like busts him open, like the Triple H, Ric Flair, like that kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, go to commercials, come back, still getting his ass whipped, sort of thing, because he can still get that heat and still brag about it just as much as beating him at WrestleMania. But I think because of the Hall of Fame situation, Ray will win, but he gets his ass handed to him the next night on Raw. So Rey Mysterio for the win.
Just a quick one while you're on that point. How many Hall of Famers have actually won their match at Mania? Think about it. Your choice. Anyway, well, there.
What is wrong with you? Are you the devil?
I'm devil's advocate right now. I'm twisting everybody right now.
I thought about that, but this storyline is way more powerful than a Hall of Famer winning their match at WrestleMania. Like, if that's the case, then it deserves for a Hall of Famer to win at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they tend to retire after Hall of Fame.
Next one.
Listen, I'm devil's advocate. As I said, I can play as wild as I can.
You're just here to stir the pot.
Yeah, damn right.
I want you to win. If I don't win, I want you to win.
We're going to do it like this, then you might go out all guns blazing.
That's what I'm saying. All guns blazing.
I'm with AJ.
You better be.
Bang, bang.
Every gem.
It doesn't matter. He's only got one. Everyone's only got one change anyway. So
coincidentally, Leon, we're going to keep it a bit dark side for you because it's the devil. I didn't even plan this, but it's the devil versus the demon in Hell in a Cell. Edge versus Finn Balor.
I'm really worried about this match.
What? This is going to be one of the best matches.
No.
Edge needs to go home and sleep, man.
Nah, man, it's going to be a great match.
No, I really don't think it is.
To be fair,
slow.
For anything else,
Thank you to Dan the Tech.
For anything else, you're actually going to see a Hell in a Cell live, which is awesome.
It's a Hell in a Cell.
That's cool.
So it's going to be a giant red cage, right? So we're not going to see anything because
if they don't make the cage purple, they've missed an opportunity.
They won't. That costs money.
They make it red.
Apparently, they're going back to the traditional cage, but
the big blue cage, because that's traditional.
Nah, that's a steel cage. Like the Hell in a Cell.
Purely Hell in a Cell. Okay.
Purely because of how the storyline's gone, Edge has still not got retribution for what happened to his wife. So for that reason alone, and for it going to Hell in a Cell, and this is very hard because the demon doesn't lose. He doesn't lose a match.
Roman.
So it's going.
He's lost to Roman.
Not undefeated anymore.
What?
Roman Reigns.
Okay. Well, in that case, that just makes my answer that much more easier. I still feel he needs to get retribution for what they did to his wife. He feels that he hasn't got that back yet. It's gone to Hell in a Cell for him to have that match that he needed to have before moving on. So yeah, it's more than just a match. He's honoring his wife and everything. So I'm going to go Edge. End of.
Why am I always getting to go at the beginning?
You can change him. You know my prediction.
I was tempted to go next. Actually, Dan, you go because you
come to me. You know my one already. I already said Judgment Day is winning everything on this one. So obviously I've got to go with the other Judgment Day guy, the actual leader. So yeah,
he's not.
I'm going with it. He is on paper the leader. Everyone knows who the real leader is, but he's the leader.
Rhea's the leader.
Rhea is a leader in the case of we all know she's the fan. But he's the leader of doesn't matter. I'm going with what's going to get Finn Balor.
I'm just going to literally put it out there on a cosign. I'm Finn Balor all the way on this one. I'm done with Edge and the Judgment Day. I'm done with it, and the only way for that to end is for the Judgment Day to kick his ass finally. and it didn't happen the last time, so it needs to happen now. Literally coup de grace him right through the fucking ring, as far as I'm concerned.
From the top of the cell.
Yeah, from the top right down, and just like, oh my god, and that's it, like done.
They're broken in half. He's broken in half. God, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I'm with Balor on this one. Sorry, I gotta be.
Well done, guys. I'm the only one who's like really positive about this match. I think this is
it's going to be a good match, but it's just
it's not.
I
thought this has been like great storytelling, like this whole saga, because basically it did start off like as Nika would say, grading on the curve, with Judgment Day just being like, you know, like what are they doing, like, moving platforms and everything, you know. But throughout the year, thanks to a lot of clever booking, a lot of good stories, they've consistently had a flow, and naturally the end is WrestleMania, where it started last year, and now you're fighting like, you know, final boss versus final boss. It's the demon version of Finn Balor versus Edge. And now since Edge is gonna do the dark Edge thing in it, yeah, that's gonna nullify the whole demon thing. And I think the inverse of what you said, AJ, for it to all end, Edge needs to get this final penultimate win. And like he already avenged his wife last month at Elimination Chamber, when him and Beth beat up Finn and Rhea. So like that's not really a factor, but I feel this is the bookend, them in their final forms, if you will, go at each other one-on-one. So you guys are in for a great show, man, you know. But Edge is gonna get the win.
Do you know what? You might be right. It might be the end of the demon, and Judgment Day officially become the Ballers from San Andreas. So led by God Dominic the Convict. Okay, Nick, up to you.
Condom. I'm gonna say, for all the reasons that Big Tone said, I'm gonna say Edge. You know, you're saying that this shit with the Judgment Day needs to stop. I completely agree with that. It's been going on for way too long. But this feud with the Judgment Day has mainly been made up of Edge getting his ass whooped. So we do need a point now where Edge takes a big one. Like, think about the I Quit match. Finn fucked him. This now needs to be the point where Edge wins. However, so Edge is my answer. The reason I'm worried about this match is both of these wrestlers have a penchant for the melodrama. Both of these guys, they have explosive moves. Spears, slingshots and all of that. They have explosive moves, but they also have a penchant for going for a long, long time. Edge working off of someone else who doesn't do that, acceptable. Likewise for Finn. Two of these melodramatic motherfuckers working with each other, bro, you're going to have a chair shot and they're going to be on the floor for 10 minutes going,
Be a sick match. You guys,
fucking gremlin.
I'll be so high at that point.
But no, I love the fact that I get to see a Hell in a Cell match live. That's cool as hell.
I'm hyped for that, just to see you react to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, but I don't think the match is gonna be that good. Like, I think it's gonna be melodrama of the highest degree. If they don't do that and they do the whole Gangrel Edge versus Demon Balor, and they actually go and do some freaky deaky shit. Although I would like to say, if they dare deprive us of Metalingus for Edge's entrance for the sake of doing Gangrel, I will be pissed.
No, but do you remember the last time? Do you remember the last time Edge went broody?
He went Gangrel, and then the music hit.
Also, it's too big of a tune. It's too big of a tune.
It's the biggest tune in their arsenal.
But it's America. Would they sing along?
Well, if they
two British boys here will.
If they play the Gangrel Edge, that means he wins, so that they play Metalingus at the end, and it plays for ages because he's got
to play it at the beginning, mate. You got to play it at the beginning.
Do you know? Just for Dark Side call-ins, this would be a very good time for one of the Wyatt Six to appear. Just if you're gonna put everyone into that pot, put them in there. Right, Nick.
Gives a fuck about the Undertaker's bastard child.
Don't even associate him with Undertaker.
Simsy does. Wrestler of the year.
Well, we all know that was Bo Dallas, because the argument was equipment selling, right? Gear selling, and it was Bo Dallas who was selling that mask.
Right.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, we still don't know who it is, man. We don't know who it is. Stop breaking the. I still believe, damn it.
There's 2 Brays, yeah? One's really small.
It's Bray versus the Fiend. We're gonna see
Because
that
Uncle
match.
Howdy, even he looks like a little bitch now. But he got wrecked by Bobby Lashley.
Right. Nick.
Trying to stall for
is
title.
the 6 women tag match. Team Bestie,
man, this
Trish
one-
and Lita and the man Becky Lynch versus Damage
Who am I
Control,
picking?
Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai.
I don't get the point of this.
Am I picking?
I don't see the fucking point. Yes, we know you're picking
I
Bailey.
don't know.
I don't get the point of this. It's like the only thing they could do that would be remotely interesting here is have Trish turn.
No.
Yeah, I'm calling a turn. What? Just on the basis that Lita and Becky are holding tag belts and she's not, and even that's weak. Mate, this is dead again. Feel good WrestleMania moment. You got the legends there. Okay, give it to Becky and co.
Then let's just get you out of the way.
Right. One thing, gonna go back to the start of the show. Summer's Breaker promised they said they would never vote against Cena.
No, play the tape back. Play the tape back. I said I will never. You are quite right, because AJ brought this up with me before. I did categorically say on recording before we were even doing 5 men, when it was just me and AJ doing this shit. I categorically am on record saying I will never vote against John Cena in a world title match ever. That can be WWE title, that can be undisputed title. I didn't say shit about US title.
I mean,
okay,
Roman,
good loophole.
Roman is on SmackDown more than Raw, so technically that is their world title.
And my reason for bringing that up is because there's one person I've been picking every single time, and she's been losing every single time like a champ. She's been losing like a champ. But I ain't gonna stop picking her. I know it's 3 people, but I'm seeing one person. So yeah, I'm picking Bailey's team. That's the name of the team. Bailey's team.
Team Butte.
Oh my God. Anyway.
They just need to recruit Liv, right? Then.
Oh my God, yeah, I saw that as well. There's more, but I'm not a perv.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah.
So I'm with you
back.
then, in the sense that I would love for Bailey to get a win. I believe Damage Control need that W. However, we're talking Trish and Lita, and we're talking WrestleMania. I feel it's to get all of Damage Control. You've got this weird tag team of Becky and Lita, which just doesn't work, and it should have been for the tag titles.
Yeah.
There are so many factors of what it should have been. I can't even divert into what it could have been. But we're talking Trish and Lita, literally the face of women's wrestling when it was that era.
The title is on the correct woman.
You can't shit on them. So with that, yeah. The man and Team Bestie, as it were.
Nico, who did you pick?
Becky and co.
Okay, cool. I'm odd one.
Yeah. I'm just coming at the tail end of what you're saying, Nico, but it pretty much mirrors my sentiment. It's the legends. They're back. They both look good, by the way. And obviously they're with like arguably the biggest women's star in the company, Becky Lynch. So how are those 3 gonna lose? They're just not. So team redhead and 1 blonde.
That's true, Dan. It's always the blonde. You should have remembered that.
Yeah, that's not.
Look at his name, AJ.
Right. It's just like that thing where you know that video they put a buttered piece of toast and a cat, and it just can't stop because I've got Becky and I've got the blonde. Bailey and the blonde, so I gotta pick. If Bailey was blonde, oh my God, she would dominate.
Bailey was blonde. Oh my God, Charlotte's blonde. Oh dear.
She might come out in a blonde wig. You don't know. You weren't there.
No.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Like Nico brought up a very interesting point about the Trish
I do
turn.
that.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
Follow Nico, everyone.
Daddy
I was
Goo.
watching. I was watching her on Raw, yeah, and she was looking kind of. I don't know. She looked exactly the same way when she turned against Chris Jericho that time to go with Christian,
Oh,
but.
yeah, the blonde.
But at the same time, we're in the dynamic of three. So with the tag champion and her, got the two Hall of Famers, two people who literally started the Divas Revolution. I don't see them winning. It's too much of a dynamic for them to lose. So I'm going with Becky, Trish, and Lita.
Woo! I'm Batista on
You're
this one,
saying
boy.
both Hall of Famers are going to win, yeah?
I'm Batista on this one. I'll
You
walk
are.
alone. Nice.
Okay, cool. Right,
I'm
Leon,
guaranteed to win or
I
lose.
believe this is the main event of night one.
It
Charlotte
fucking
Flair versus
better
Rhea.
not be.
I
It
don't
better
think
be.
respectfully
No.
it shouldn't be. Respectfully, it shouldn't be because
You
there
know
are
what,
bigger
yeah?
programs out there. But I believe this is the way they're going. Charlotte Flair
Yeah.
versus Rhea Ripley.
Fuckery of the
Well-
highest level if they do that. Sorry.
They're doing it.
So dumb.
Here's the thing, like, what makes me think about certain things is WWE seems to be more focused on their sale more than WrestleMania. So like
Correct.
they've kind of dumbed down on, or they've diluted it down a little bit. Now, for that matter, I used to think for that matter, are all the belts going to change hands at WrestleMania? But I don't see them doing that. Impact's done it, and it was a good show. AEW almost done it. It was a good show. WWE don't exactly follow suit. Between the two nights, I only see maybe two belts changing hands, and this is one of them. So I say Rhea Ripley, and it's about time they push her to the moon as well. So Rhea Ripley to be the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Ripley, the original blonde, the original real blonde person that dyes her hair black. Because I meant to go for the other one, but and it's not McMahon anymore. It's Hunter. It's Levesque. So
Same
yeah.
shit.
Same shit, different day.
Well, yeah, firstly, I think this is definitely going to be the main event. I know that's messed up, but they need to give Charlotte Flair a main event, and that's purely the reason why. A one-on-one main event. Yeah, that's why they're doing it. But they've got to make Rhea win here because she's just going to basically look like a fool if she loses again. Because, yeah, she lost the first time. No one really expected her to lose that time, but she did. So this is the redemption story. If you don't make the redemption story go the right way, then, that's just dumb. And you literally made it look silly. So it's got to be Rhea all the way.
Yeah, for all the reasons Big Tone just said, I'm going Charlotte.
Okay.
I'm kidding. My fuck.
Man, I was like, man,
you motherfucker.
I was like, I'm getting point.
Is that your one? Is that your one? Is that your one?
I don't even identify. But no, it's just as you were saying all of that stuff, it would make her look stupid. They wouldn't do the story properly. I'm going, these are all very valid reasons of why Charlotte Flair could easily win this, because this is your describing WWE booking in a nutshell here, my friend.
In the McMahon era.
Yeah, because Triple H is so much fucking better.
He's not that much better, but he won't do that. It's at least logical for booking now.
Is he?
For the most
part. Well,
part.
we'll see after WrestleMania. I'll say this. I'll go out on a limb and say this. Although I agree with you when it comes to
Elimination Chamber.
I'll say this. If Charlotte wins this match, that is proof that McMahon is back in charge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whoa. There's your proof, internet. If you needed it, look at this match. If Charlotte wins this shit, McMahon is about.
But Charlotte is also one of Triple H's babies from NXT.
So is Rhea. So is Rhea.
No.
Yeah, that's true. So is Rhea.
They did make good with Ric Flair, so maybe they owe him one. But no, jokes aside, I believe this is Rhea's moment, and I believe this is what brings the Judgment Day over to SmackDown. I know the brand split isn't exactly what it should be at the moment, but I feel her victory will make them more focused there. Mix it with the fact that I see Ray taking the win. There's a feud for Dominic on SmackDown. Priest and Balor will find their feud somewhere. So I'm definitely Rhea.
I mean, Priest can't even get on to WrestleMania. Last year he was fucking
gonna
around
get
with
on.
Bad Bunny.
Priest is going to get on, and that's the reason why Ray's going to lose.
Speaking of McMahon, yeah, I mean, do you think he'll get a big of a hard on doing a Flair over or doing a Rhodes over?
Rhodes over.
Yeah, Rhodes. If I had to pick it, definitely Rhodes.
Leon, I believe this. Well, we're into night 2 territory based on your number of matches. Whether it's the first match or not, I don't know. Don't want to be rude. Don't really care. Right. Seth freaking Rock. Oh shit! I think this might be night 1 actually.
Doesn't
Because
matter.
I take that back because Logan's match is meant to be on his birthday, which is April 1st. So it probably is happening on that one. Who cares?
Not.
Oh,
It's
he is
not
a
night.
fool, isn't he? Even his birthday.
His birthday is a joke.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, that is the night 1 actually because of
Anyway,
The April Fool joke is you're going to main event.
Yeah, you know what? This match, as interesting as it is to some people, it's not that interesting to me. So for that purpose, Seth Rollins for the win.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Big time.
Now Logan Paul has actually been quite a good hand, especially as far as celebrities go, if you want to call him that. But I can't see them making Seth lose here. Because again, we want that feel-good moments at WrestleMania, like you said. We're going to have enough downers. I don't think they're going to use this particular match to do a downer and have Logan win. No, they're going to have him curb stomped into the ground.
Can I ask, what downers are you seeing? Because we haven't called any downers yet.
Huh? I said the Mysterio with it is going to lose. So.
Oh, that's your downer. Yeah, fair. Dominic winning.
You know what though?
Cena's going to lose. There's quite a few downers, but
okay.
If I was to add another thing, I would say that Logan Paul has been getting the better of Seth from the Royal Rumble. He's knocked him out twice. You know, he humiliated him. He humiliated him at the Elimination Chamber. So, like that whole thing with Rey Mysterio finally getting one over, I think the same stands for this match as well, and that's why I've gone for Seth Rollins winning.
Yeah, so basically Seth is going to win because again that is the feel-good moment, and he's probably going to do it in spectacular fashion and give him like 2 curb stomps or something, or curb stomp on the top rope. He's going to have some type of spectacular buzz social media moment, in that match. So they'll get what they want, but ultimately Seth's winning.
So I know it's the line Nick will probably say as well. It's that Logan Paul is a fantastic athlete. I'm not going to go down the word of wrestler, but he's going to be against a man who makes a broom look fucking good in the shape of Seth Rollins. Now, unfortunately, we won't get Prime on a poll, but I'm hoping KSI comes, throws a bottle up to Seth.
Prime on a poll.
Let him chug the Prime and fucking stomp my man with a Prime in his hand, and that will be the Mania moment. And then the feud continues. But either way, I think it's actually Seth because Logan's just had the one too many times. So it has to be Seth, really. That's my angle.
Well, I always say this every single time. The celebrity never loses at WrestleMania. And yes, this is a celebrity. As much as y'all want to believe he's a part of the thing. We don't know him. We don't care about him. But there's a lot of people that still do. This is a celebrity. And a really good athlete. So Logan's going to win. I already said my things through. Logan's going to win. Seth can eat the loss. Logan can win. There you go.
Ooh.
It's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one.
Oh.
Listen to your heart.
No, my heart hates them both.
All right, pick nobody.
Just give that point away. Leave this one match away. You're dominating, man. You don't need this point.
Shani.
The match gets
Hey, this is not the podcast. This is not the Rushmore.
I was going to say, one night.
No, I'm gonna go with Seth, guys. Logan's been fucking with them for the last few months. Yes, the celebrity does usually always win at Mania, but I think they're trying to position Logan as a wrestler, not as a celebrity anymore. Like he's on WWE's books. He's full time with them now, pretty much. Story-wise, again, Logan needs to eat this loss, and I think Big Tone called it in spectacular fashion. He needs to slip in a puddle of prime or something like that. But yeah, Seth.
Logan's won once and has only been in a tag team. And that was last year WrestleMania. He's lost every other time.
He's made for losing, mate.
By the way, AJ, who did you pick?
Seth.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm on my own again.
I would love for like Seth to beat him. Yeah, when he beats him, like he gets 2 cans of Prime and does the Stone Cold celebration.
Oh shit! Hang on, that's a good spot call.
Oh my God! Is Leon giving up the AJ position?
That's a really good spot call. If you wanted to fucking piss people off, have him mimic Stone Cold at the
With
end.
Prime.
I would actually love to.
But then Stone Cold comes out and actually stuns him.
And there you go.
Oh,
and LA, not that far from Texas. Well,
and that's Stone Cold.
I'm keeping it with Seth, but I like that call, Leon. I like that call of doing the very nice.
This is
that's why he slips.
Yeah, right.
The triple threat for the IC title: Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Shane.
Come on, this is match of the fucking weekend. This
it should be.
This is match of the fucking
loudest chops of the weekend.
This they're going to repeat here with the IC title what they did with Bobby Lashley with the US title. This is going to be Gunther losing up. Sheamus is going to become a Grand Slam champ. Sheamus is going to pin Drew. Drew is going to turn heel, which he's been kind of on the fence about doing for a while now. I think this makes Drew go heel. Sheamus gets his Grand Slam. And now Gunther is in a position where he can go and fuck around with the world title, be it challenging or winning, whichever. And then once he does win it, which will happen, then we can get Gunther versus Brock Lesnar for the world title. Yeah, Gunther's losing this, but Sheamus is winning.
So I'm pretty much the same as you. The only thing that I see different is I think you're going to get one of those Mania moments of 2 best friends who have done it in a weird way that, yes, Sheamus is the champ, but he's not going to turn heel. Drew's going to acknowledge his buddy finally getting a Grand Slam. That's the way I see it. But you're damn right. It's Drew's going to eat the pin because he's more indispensable than anyone else. And it's long overdue for Sheamus to get that crown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to go different to you guys. One, I look at Drew's track record at WrestleManias and everything. And like, I would say with the work he's done as a main eventer, maybe he might be Drew Gold. I don't think it's going to be Drew though. Sheamus, yes, he is Drew his Grand Slam championship, but I don't think they're going to do it this weekend because just of the way it's been built up. He's been on SmackDown just moaning like constantly. Is that really you're gonna give him the winner for that? Yeah. But one thing I do think is gonna happen is Gunther is so close to becoming the longest Intercontinental champion of all time. Why for that? This is the most credible person you've had to do that, to become the longest Intercontinental champion of all time in ages. Yeah.
Who is the current longest reigning?
The Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So look. Honestly, I just feel a lot of what Nico says plays out after he wins. Yes, he becomes the longest Intercontinental championship champion of all time, and then he goes out to face the eventual winner of whoever's world champion of that time. Yeah, it writes itself. It's SummerSlam main event. So yeah,
Gunther, huh?
Gunther.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
No, you're not swaying me. Really good points, but you're not swaying
It
me.
is. It's actually a really good point, but yeah.
This is very interesting. I mean, they really built him up in the Royal Rumble. You know, he broke Rey Mysterio's record. Now, I don't think you just do that for no reason. Secondly, to co-sign Big Tone, he's shortly going to become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. This guy is literally like the new age San Martino, you know, where they have a champion where, put it this way, when he wins, people are not even pissed off anymore. Like, he literally deserves that title.
He's brilliant.
He holds the title well. He's now adapting good mic skills. They're starting to give him the mic a lot more, so they're giving him a lot of mic time. All of this is the build-up of a great champion, the kind of champion that look how long Mr. Perfect held the title for. Honky Tonk Man, as we gotta mention, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. And Gunther is along those lines of being one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions that there ever was. He's like like I said, he's the new age San Martino. So for that reason, and I thought about this before this podcast as well, as to Sheamus maybe finally winning Grand Slam, and even Drew being the shock win. But there's no reason really for them to really, like, Drew's already had his moment. Sheamus, well, he's got this thing with the Brawling Brutes at the moment. Although I hear plans of them splitting. But I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. So, for the sake of how they've built him and where it's gone, I'm going to say that Gunther retains that. He's had the Royal Rumble moment. He's going to have the WrestleMania moment as well. Gunther to retain the Intercontinental title.
Right. It's Gunther, by the way, I'm picking Gunther because of this reign. Just to get it over and done with. Let him be Honky Tonk Man. And then you can give Sheamus. You know what? This is WWE. Sheamus will never get the Grand Slam. This is WWE. They will tease the crap out of him and he will never get it. And his last match is going to be for it and he's never going to get it. All right, anyway, just joking. I'm chatting shit. Gunther's winning. For simple fact, out of the both of them, Gunther should just retain the title and just beat the record. That's the reason.
I'm not going to lie. You guys have put out some very, very good points. I'm not going to sway, but I have a feeling I'm going to sit back and be like, yeah, you guys are bang on. I just believe Sheamus deserves his moment, so I won't do it. But yeah, it's pretty much bang on. Thank you for switching me over. But then it's sticking on you right now, bro. You were the last man to pick. So it's there. And as we said earlier, but wait, there's more. Yes, you done Bailey. Now it's this. Now it's the tag team match.
Oh,
the women.
Fuck's sake.
Christ. Who are those two in the back? Not on my screen.
Yeah.
Don't matter. It don't matter. They're not ones I'm picking anyway.
Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez.
No.
Natalya and Shotzi. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler.
Sonya Deville is banging anyway. Face is weird, but yeah.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah, face is weird. But it seems like that's what I'm into. Anyway. Yeah. The one with,
you're crackling up
it's
like
so
some
wrong
popping
because I'm
candy, mate.
All right, sorry about that. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, but you're all good.
Okay, cool. My internet's going in and out. It's late night. This is when people just need to do all the works. Right. So I'm going with, I don't know the names, Liv Morgan and the girl with the back. Raquel.
The girl
Raquel,
with the
there we
back.
go. Raquel. Look, give me props for just knowing that I haven't seen her wrestle. Yeah, I've seen her wrestle once. Yeah. So that's
she
it.
has a back. The girl with the back.
I'm gonna go with Shayna and Ronda because it needs to lead to them becoming the tag team champs, and also more
it's not for the belt.
No. It's not for the belt, but it could make them number one contenders. It gives them a good platform. It's not for the belt. That's Becky and Finn. But more importantly, them winning, put them on the platform to become number one contenders, and we get the recall of Becky and Ronda, which has been long overdue. So there are multiple reasons for it to be, and plus they're the most dominating
This
tag
might
team
be
in
my
the whole
change.
damn thing. Let's
This
be
might
real.
be my change. While we wait for y'all to make your
Even
picks.
if there wasn't a tag team title match on the thing, it's the most dominant tag team there. Like it's nuts to go otherwise.
I'll make the pick first, and I'll see what happens.
Yeah, come on, Ronda and Shayna. This is a joke.
Yeah.
The only thing they could do that would be interesting here. Do you remember, Big Tone? You'll remember this. Do you remember a few years back before we were doing predictions when I called the Iconics winning the title? Like, what's nice at WrestleMania is sometimes don't do it across multiple matches, but just have one match for shits and giggles where it's like bare fuckery. Yeah. Chelsea Green beats Ronda and Shayna. Can you imagine?
You know, I will smile and I'll say I'm proud of it.
So much. It's not going to fucking happen. I'm picking Ronda and Shayna, but oh my god, for the banter, I would love Chelsea Green to walk away with this.
You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong for that. Yeah.
No, I disagree with that one. I can't stand that.
That's the point.
Yeah, I know.
Make your piss boil.
I know. Yeah. Exactly that. That's a good one. That's a good one. See, my only question is that they're building Shayna and Ronda Rousey to go for the tag team titles. However, they're on SmackDown, whereas the tag team titles seem to be on Raw.
Yeah,
how
they're
would
gender fluid, mate.
Okay.
That was they.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
they are gender fluid.
It's a very interesting point. Again, there was only two teams in this for me, and that was Liv and Raquel, and Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. It's very obvious what they're doing here, and this is just one of those excuse matches to build them up. Because this match, like Randy Orton, came out of nowhere. You know, all of a sudden we're having this fatal four-way. They didn't even say that the winner goes on to face tag team champions. It's just a match. So it's pretty obvious what they're doing here. They're building up Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey and trying to solidify them as a tag team. And this is the match to do it on the grandest stage of them all. So for that reason, I'm going with Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey to win the match.
You did it again. You went for a long circle only to pick this. The circle was here and you picked something else. You threw me.
Yeah,
I literally thought you went for the back and the booty.
This match it's a waste of time. Like it really is. It's just a waste of time.
But to be fair,
they could have. There's so many wrestlers or like superstars or whatever you want to call them that you could have replaced that match with.
What it is, you've got a men's showcase, so you're going to have a women's showcase. It's instead of the Battle Royals. That's what it is. There's no major hype behind it ever.
No, zero.
Yeah,
the hype is to get Ronda and Shayna over.
Yeah. Anyway, Leon, we're going to keep it tag team for you.
Tone has made his pick yet.
Forget about it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, bro.
Okay, so like everyone said, this match is kind of like a waste of time. And I feel these showcase matches are actually borderline disrespectful, man. Are you telling me that Bobby Lashley ain't going to be at WrestleMania, but I got to sit through that silly tag team like twice?
Right. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
But it's more than that. More than that. Yeah. Like Shane, you Ronda Rousey. Is this really the best we got for Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania? Yes. Now I do like the fact that you're putting her with Shayna because Shayna deserves it, and Shayna deserves to be treated like a monster. And hopefully those two just go in there and clean house, and that's the showcase. The showcase is them whipping everyone's ass. Yeah, and that's what it should be. But other than that, it's a throwaway match. They didn't, as Leon said, announce that it's a number one contender match. But unofficially, it's going to be because obviously whoever wins those matches, both sides are going to come out and challenge for the titles. So on that basis, Shayna and Ronda.
I was going to change my pick because I thought it was for a title match. I thought one of these team was a tag team champion. But I'm not going to change my pick because I've got with me and AJ, I've got 6 differences. With me and Nico, we got 7 differences. Big Tone, we have 5, and Leon, I got 4. See, it matters not if I change it. So I'm just gonna leave it. Stand alone again. 3rd times in a row.
Go on, mate.
I'm going all in.
You stand with the back and the booty.
If I don't win, I'm losing with style.
With the back and the booty. I respect you.
I respect
Voodoo.
Jungle booty.
Fucking hell. Big Time, we're going to keep it tag team for you, bro. The Usos.
Yeah. Main event of night 1.
It should be.
Yeah,
Sammy
it
and
should be.
KO for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship.
Opening match of night 2.
No, because the whole weekend is built around the bloodline falling apart. You can't have it fall apart on the same night. Stupid.
Well, you can. You really can. I mean,
it's dumb.
This.
To be honest, like, for instance, there's an argument, is night 2 the real night of WrestleMania? Because is where the main event happens and, like, the biggest, I don't know, sometimes the biggest stories. But here, yeah, I just gotta go, I just gotta go on record and saying that, yeah, like, this has been a great story. I like, doesn't matter what the other shows are doing, WWE have done this greatly, yeah. It might be the safe choice, but I really like how they told the story. I like how they put it together. I like how it's gonna, culminate, and it should culminate with KO and Sami Zayn holding up both of those titles. Yeah, hopefully, finally, they either make one belt or just split the titles after they do that. But yeah, I can't see it like going the other way, because if you did, like,
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but
really
pouring hot cold water on Sami Zayn even more than you have if you don't have him get the titles here. I can see them doing it, but nah, that would just be like silly. And again, it's a very logical choice of who it is and who's going for those titles. Roman fought KO at Royal Rumble. He fought Sami at Elimination Chamber. He beat them both, but now they're both going for the backup prize, which is the tag titles. And yeah, they should win.
I mean, come on. It's KO and Sami, isn't it? As much as I think Sami has outgrown this storyline, I've made that very clear on this podcast. For what we're getting, this is the whole weekend is built around the falling apart of the bloodline. The bloodline is falling apart. Here it starts. KO and Sami are winning. And if they don't win, if once they win, they are not renamed Steen Erico, I will be pissed. El Generico Kevin Steen. Keep up.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
no, not you. I mean,
not everyone knows it. So yeah, you're right. What would be really funny is if the fall of the bloodline is that the tribal chief doesn't have a title, but these guys do have it.
Yeah.
So now they make him bow down, like, oh, we're the ones holding gold, B. What are you saying, Us? But yeah, it would be really fun to see that. But it's also very stupid, and it would just completely the steam that Sami has had. They've turned down the heat in a bit, and they would just completely put ice blocks on it if he loses. I totally agree that this should be the main event to number 1, not even for the fall of the bloodline, but for the moment of these two best friends who have been from the indies to every other promotion. It's the Benoit and Guerrero moment of this era without anyone else. And I really believe the same way Benoit and Guerrero TP'd the ring, that's exactly what should happen with these two. It should just be full on confetti, everything. And that's what these two deserve, especially Sami for the star that he's become in this moment. At least let him have that kind of Mania celebration. However, it looks like the women are getting that match. But either way, those guys, that Mania moment, because you can't show Eddie and Benoit again, this is the moment to have two guys, 2 titles in each hand, standing tall.
Right. I'm going to pick the same thing. I'm going to pick the Sami and Kevin. But now I'm going to do some, because everyone did a booking on one match. I'm going to do one on this one as well. What if Sammy is still part of the bloodline and he just took the beating because he's so loyal and it's WWE and they want to stretch it out because NWO never dies and it goes so long. They don't want to end it. They just want it to be stupid long. And I see WWE doing that, making it stupid long because of that some shit. But no, it'd be great. That's right. I keep going circles, come back to the part. But yeah, I'm going for
dickhead.
I'm going for Skull again, Sammy and KO. But what can you imagine that twist?
You know what?
That'd be so dumb.
I got a better plot twist for you. Yeah. Kevin Owens turns on Sami Zayn, and he joins because he was jealous of the friendship he had with the Usos.
That part makes no sense.
Well, yeah. It kind of does because like Kevin Owens always turned on Sami Zayn. It wouldn't surprise me if he turned on him again. Like, how many times has he turned on Sami Zayn?
Yet SummerSlam.
Multiple times.
SummerSlam. Money in the Bank. SummerSlam Money in the Bank.
But anyway, what's your pick before I say anything else?
But yeah, as I said, yeah, there's only going to be a couple of titles changing hands over WrestleMania, and this is another one of them. I called it from way back, saying that he's going to go on to win the tag team titles when some of y'all were saying he should go on to win the world title.
I stand by that statement.
He should go on. No, he should. He wasn't going.
I stand by that.
But I said that at best, I see him going on to win the tag team titles, and the best time for that to happen, because he has worked very hard, and yes, I do agree. He deserves the confetti. He deserves the fireworks. He deserves all of that. You know, and that feel-good moment as well. So yeah, for that reason and for the fact that I called it, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to win the tag titles.
Everyone's picked, right?
Yep, and everyone's picked the same.
I mean, we could also see the turn of Jay. That would also be interesting. Just putting it out there. But
he's already turned. He's joined his brother.
Fast.
It
could be like, you were right. Roman's a bitch. But anyway, I joke.
That's for later.
Anyway, Leon, while we're on it, the Raw Women's title, Bianca Belair versus Dark Asuka.
Oh man, I don't like this one.
This is very tough because
yes, it is.
I don't like this one.
For me, it's like giving the new Asuka that push versus WrestleMania strong Bianca Belair. Is Bianca Belair the new Undertaker, where she's going to have the streak at WrestleMania?
Those 2 wins, boy.
2 and 25 is the same thing, isn't it?
You know, it's a start. This is very hard for me because, like, okay, they showed a little bit of a turn in the match, or was it last week? But it wasn't a turn sort of thing. You know, WrestleMania is coming up, their opponents, you know, it's bound to happen. It happens with all of the opponents that are fighting at a pay-per-view. But I don't think she's fully had that turn just yet. And for that to happen, I think it's hard. It's like, do you give her this new character and then let her lose at WrestleMania? Or do you let Bianca Belair, like, finally... Oh, it's really hard. It's really hard.
Touch it a little bit, it might get soft.
Oh, this is hard.
I'm sorry, I got no attention span.
No, because you know what? Yeah, like, this is hard, yeah. But
you're not gonna beat me. Like... You're not gonna beat me.
Well, you know what? Hey, listen, I'm in it to win this shit. So you know what? I'm gonna take my time. Not joking. You know what? I'm gonna go with a shocker. I'm gonna say Bianca Belair purely for the reasons that's when Asuka will fully turn and then beat her on Raw. Here's the thing: some stories are going to be designed to carry on at Raw the next day, right? And I believe this is going to be one of them. So Bianca Belair retains her title, but she loses it the next night on Raw.
This is why you get upset at wrestling. This is why you get upset at wrestling, because you book the matches. Not saying you book wrong, you book really good, but because of that, when it doesn't happen, you get disappointed. I don't give 2 shits. So I'm gonna pick Asuka. That's right. That got pulled out of my because she deserved to win. That's it.
Okay, so out of all of the matches, this one has actually been the one I've had to think about probably the most, because both of them deserve wins. Both of them are like, I think Triple H's goals, isn't it? So like and they both had like a fantastic time lately. Like that video package they showed for Asuka and Raw just really honed in that she's a legend, she's epic and everything. But then, like, Bianca Belair, whether you've enjoyed the reign or not, I really have enjoyed her reign. I think she's been like one of the best women's champions in years. Yeah. And like, I don't really think that's ready to end yet, because again, she's just right there on the precipice of being champion for a year. I feel also Asuka, they're still building up to her, like they said, flipping out and actually becoming full on badass dark Asuka. I don't think she's dark enough or she's there enough to just straight up beat Bianca Belair just like that. And then I've also got to think about like what happens after WrestleMania. Yeah, and like Rhea did hint that we'll get back to Bianca versus Rhea at some point. So does that mean they're gonna go for this whole undisputed champion? Who knows, isn't it? Yeah. But if I'm calling it, I'm gonna say Bianca wins. She retains. She keeps the streak going. I don't think it's the new winning streak, by the way. I just think she wins, like at this WrestleMania.
Nick, call it. You want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
Could you go next, please?
Cool.
Thank you.
What's
the next match?
The main.
Another match.
Oh,
it's another match. Damn it! What's wrong with you?
Stop
being helpful.
I haven't done it before. The only thing I have done was take the piss with someone's headline, but we'll get into that later on. Yeah, basically, look, it's a tough one. I feel like two women were deserving of becoming women's champion in previous Manias, and that's Rhea Ripley and Asuka. Both fell to Charlotte. Do you repay them both in the same breath and give them both the title that day, that this weekend? It's very tough. But what I always said was I didn't want to see Bianca lose, and I felt that was coming when Rhea won the Rumble had she chosen Bianca. The fact that she's gone down the Charlotte route has just given me that extra bit of hope for Bianca. So it's that. And kind of playing with what you said, Big Tone, I've heard the Judgment Day might be toying with a new member. Asuka would be a female addition to the Judgment Day, could be kind of cool. And that would be a darker Asuka for the elements of trying to defeat Bianca. But either way, even if that doesn't happen, I'm going to stick with Bianca, just because my primary thought was the Rumble winner goes on to win the title. This feels pretty secondary. It is damaging to the Asuka character, but not damaging enough. I think, as you said, it can lead to a darker spiral.
Who did you pick?
Bianca.
Bianca.
That's not helped me at all.
That's three people pick Bianca and one idiot pick Asuka.
I know you're trying to say idiot to not get me to pick Asuka, then. I know what you're doing, mate.
It doesn't matter. I've got such a different pick than everybody else.
Yeah, I don't. So this could be what differentiates me. Because the next match, I have a feeling, other than AJ to be contrarian, we're all calling the same way. Yeah, I'm not going to risk my points. I think Asuka's going to win, but I'm not sure enough about it. I'm going to go Bianca. I'm going to go. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with my head, Bianca.
Do you know, can I say this? As much as Den is the only one who's gone Asuka, this has to be the tightest match to call throughout the whole of this WrestleMania.
It really is.
100%.
My Asuka pick was a coin flip. I won't lie.
And truthfully, don't sleep on this match. These two are going to put on a fucking banger.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to be crazy.
Just as I was about to put the poster on, screw it. Thank you. This is what happens when you give people control. Right, okay.
I'm trying to help you.
I started the show. I'll finish the show. It's time for the main event. the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Well,
here we go.
That was the most impotent whoa I've ever heard. Whoa.
That was like an Orange Cassidy version.
Orange Cassidy version. I've said this when I lost, and I think I might have said it off camera so no one's seen it. But
it's not the last match.
It is.
There is another match. What's it called? Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Oh fuck!
Yes, the most unpredictable match.
Sorry, I don't know why that poster didn't come up. Fuck it. Okay, cool.
Well called.
Right, let's get that up now.
I have to prove my point, so I have to print it.
Going next, wasn't I?
Good point. Right, Brock versus Omos.
Wasn't it me that was meant to be going next because I was last on the last one? Yeah.
Okay, go for it, bro.
I mean, this isn't about putting someone over. Brock needs to run through him. The worst thing they could do with this match is let them have a long-ass wrestling match. This needs to be 5 to 7 minutes of spot. Big guy does things. Bah! You cannot pick me up screaming like Rambo. Brock will send him to Suplex City, bitch, and then give him an F5, and it'll be their big content moment. Like, look, Brock picked up the biggest guy ever in WWE, even though he's not the biggest guy ever.
Do you know more than the F5? I'm actually going to follow up on that. More than the F5, I'm actually more intrigued to see if Omos can be taken to Suplex City. Like that would
Suplex City requires Omos lunging backwards to help Lesnar. And F5 carries Brock physically carrying that fucker on his shoulders. There's no assistance there.
Bro, I'm talking about the standard agility of Omos. I have not seen Omos drop to the floor casually.
Don't worry.
I've told you, watch his match against Strowman. It was good.
Brock would just manhandle him. You just don't understand. Brock is different. He's farm strength. He would just try to suplex him once. He doesn't do it properly. Try again. He doesn't. Brock goes, you don't want to play ball? I'm going to really suplex you.
I was going to say, y'all remember Bobby Lashley and Omos as well.
Right. Okay. Leon, sorry, it's on you. I'll let you call. Who's your pick?
Right. So, yeah, I kind of agree with what everyone's been saying, especially what Nico said. I definitely agree with that. And Brock Lesnar will get the win. I don't really have anything more to say on it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Then
right, because I'm being so different than everybody else. I'm gonna go Omos.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm going Omos for two things. Ready for it? Yeah. I already circled it from earlier. Reason for me going Omos? Brock can't keep beating black people. Come on, man. One black person has to beat Brock.
Bobby beat him.
Yeah, then he went and whooped Bobby's ass after.
And then Bobby whooped him again.
Nah, not clean.
He hit him in his balls, right? Right? Come on, man. Come on, Brock. I like you. No, but it's not really. For real, they really want to push Omos. They want him to be something bigger than he is. He's not that good, but him beating Brock would let some fans go, oh my God, they've got a new monster. Who have they got as a monster right now?
Strowman, Gunther.
Strowman's not a monster right now. Strowman's an idiot. Gunther's a fucking badass. Yeah, I mean, a stupid monster that can't wrestle.
If you want to include people in this match, like we were talking previously, include Bobby Lashley in this match.
That would have been great. I would have loved that, but it's not.
Here's the thing.
You're actually saying almost then. Not really.
My points are so different, and I'm going for the win or the ultimate loss. I haven't left first place since we started this from last year.
I can tell you right now, with that pick, it's about to happen.
Woo! Let me lose it with style.
Well, here's the thing. On standard principle, I was like, Brock should destroy him because that is the moment.
Should.
But there were two things that hit me in it.
Really?
Like, what happens with Omos further? Like, here's the thing. Here's where I'm torn. Brock has just lost to Bobby Lashley. So what the fuck does that do for him? Like, he does deserve the victory. He does deserve the victory because he's had the loss at the last pay-per-view. But on the flip side, Bobby doesn't actually have anything going on now. And if we are going to toy with this Hurt Business reunion that everybody's been talking about, it would be the shocker that he helps out the one guy that he's hated for the longest, the one who MVP sided with on the other bit.
There you
And
go. There's the reason why Omos wins. Bobby Lashley.
Brock can win the war, but Omos might just take the victory. And it's weird. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I think Omos.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I was just chatting shit.
Are you picking Omos, AJ?
I am.
Okay.
Almost. AJ really has nothing to lose.
I mean, like, there's some excellent points raised, and I'm gonna pick. Oh fuck no! But man, I've been watching these shows, and the whole point of this is not going to be a Suplex City match, not at all. This is going to be Lesnar fighting an uphill battle, but he's going to win. Yeah, he's going to do the big F5 spot, but he's going to get dominated for the entire match. That's what they're leaning towards. That's what they've been doing in Raw. They've been even made Lesnar run away. So here he's going to get his win. He's going to get his thunder back, but it's not going to be easy. Yeah. So in WWE's logic, they would have still put Omos over by having him beat on Brock for most of the match. But then Brock ultimately is going to get that big spot, F5.
This match must not go on longer than 5 minutes.
I'm saying 2 minutes.
Right, actually, because again, Brock is going to be on the floor getting a beating a lot of the time, so it might be a 7 to 10 minute match.
3 suplex, 1 F5, and then interference, and match is over.
Honestly, it's the physics of Omos taking the Suplex City that bugs me. But yeah,
he's not going suplex.
That's what I don't see it happening.
That's going to be the WrestleMania moment. WrestleMania moment. WWE loves moment. I hear y'all say that all the time.
Yep.
But that's going to be one of the moments.
Correct. They're a content company, not a wrestling company.
Right. So because we were where we were a minute ago, I'm going to give it this thing. Tone, this time give it a bit more oomph with the okay? It's time for the main event, the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Whoa!
so nervous. AJ, put the gun down now.
Do you know what? He gave it so much, I thought he was going to say, well, it's the Big Show. That's how much we got there. But anyway. I said this. I think first of all, it started with Den and Big Tone's fantasy booking of madness in the beginning. But I said, if I ever fall off the radar, I have nothing to lose. So I will continue acknowledging the head of the table. That is one thing I promised myself. It doesn't mean fuck. I know I'm going to lose, but I don't give a damn. Because you know what? Just for that small percentage that it may happen, just for the guy who lost his voice, just similar to this at fucking WWE Live, I will continue to acknowledge the head of the table. Roman, kick his ass, please. Let's see it at SummerSlam. Don't let Cody just come
Rhodey.
Don't let him just come in and win it like that. He ain't, nah. You ain't nobody's bitch, Roman. Just do it. Let him win it at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns. Don't give a shit. Don't mean nothing to me.
You can go to me next because I'm not going to have big long thing about it. With me, I'm going Cody, but it should be Roman, and Rock should interfere and help his cousin wins. But I'm going with Cody because I'm stupid calls, but what's the point on this one?
That's the only circumstance under which I would be happy is seeing Rock interfere in the match.
You know what? Again, I'm also thinking about what's going to happen after WrestleMania. All right, here's what I'm going to say, right? Let Roman get to that 1,000 mark. Then whatever happens after that, I don't really mind. But let him get to the 1,000 mark.
So you're calling Roman.
So I'm also going to call for Roman as well to retain.
That's a brave move for a man who actually
make it clear. I went for Cody.
Yeah.
No, but if he's right, he's won.
Okay.
No, he hasn't.
He really hasn't. This card is
This
all
one
over
has
the
been
place.
all over. Yeah.
Credit to them, actually. So, yeah, I mean, look, all roads leads to Roman, and this road is going to wipe the floor with Roman. That title needs to come off the bloodline now. I've said it already on pod, the whole weekend is built around the collapse of the bloodline. If Roman retains, yes, there are ways you can do it to make it interesting. As Den said, have The Rock come in. I will be so happy to see that happen. But it doesn't make sense. The only way I can see Roman winning without The Rock's involvement would again make me think McMahon's in charge again, and he doesn't want the AEW guy coming in and dethroning his big 900+ day big dog. But I really hope McMahon's not in charge. We'll know when Charlotte Flair beats Rhea Ripley. We'll know. But I am going to say Cody Rhodes. Has to be Cody. This has been one of the most organic build-ups, despite their best fucking efforts to get involved with it. Royal Rumble announcement looking at you. Despite Triple H's best efforts to fucking get busy with this storyline, it's organic. It's done. Cody needs to walk away with this.
Well, as Cody's come out and said many times over his promos, he needs to finish the story. And like this is, as Nico was saying, organic and it's beautiful. And it's one of the only things, one of the best storylines, one of the best WrestleMania main events they've had in a long time.
Years.
Because of, years, man. Because of the build, the consistency. It's the perfect end to the story. Because, yes, even though the Bloodlines story has been going on for like 3 years now, Cody's story goes well back to when we remember that fresh-faced Cody Rhodes in it being introduced when he wants to start, and then later on he started teaming with Ted DiBiase Jr. to all that to Stardust to like leaving. His whole journey is like a DVD waiting to happen. And this is the bookend. This is the final chapter. This is the part where, like, if you're gonna have anyone with enough clout to beat a 3-year reign, it's Cody Rhodes. Yeah, this guy's gone off. He's like, he had a massive, probably the biggest moment of last year with his return. Yeah, he just needs to be standing over as the new champion with those fireworks popping. That needs to be the final scene of WrestleMania. And like, you could keep the Bloodline storyline going. You really could. But at the end of the day, there's nobody going to be credible enough after Cody Rhodes to just straight beat Roman Reigns. And that for that reason, it's got to be Cody Rhodes.
Has to.
Awesome. I mean, you're right. And let's be honest, when it happens, the best thing you can do is let all three of them fuck off and let Solo be like the lost Bloodline member. Let him not know what the hell's going on with his life, because each of these guys are just gone. Roman's got a biggest break ever, because that's really the only way you can sell it. It's just, there's just nothing left in it, because he's not a full-time superstar anymore, and I don't see it happening any other way. But I would love that angle of him winning, looking at them without any titles and be like, the grandest stage of them all, you let us down, and that leads to the breakdown of the bloodline. But hey, this is fantasy booking. But
they run out to help him. Look at him, and then Jay stops Thing from getting to the ring from helping his cousin.
I think that will happen. I think that will happen.
It says he let him on his own. He's a big dog. The big dog can do it on his own, and he doesn't.
Not even that. I think Roman is going to cuss out the Usos for losing their titles. He's going to cuss them out so much that he comes off as a real twat. And
which is why it needs to be night one.
Well, yeah, but it can also
the opening.
But
they're gonna have backstreet.
They're gonna come down, and again, like you said, they're gonna try and help him, but then they're gonna stop short of it, and Jay's just gonna walk off, and they'll take Jimmy with him.
It all makes logical sense, yeah. But that's why, short of the KO Sammy moment, the bloodline just crumbling in one weekend just feels weird.
It feels earned.
It feels earned. It's been building for quite a while.
It feels earned. Don't overthink
reasons.
They've wanted to play it safe. Here's the safe storyline.
It's an excellent one, though.
It's good.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It is good. It's been fun. It's been fun in a way you don't want to see it.
I am so curious to see how Triple H manages once the bloodline's gone.
But this is the thing. This is what I've always said. This is the benchmark.
Shut the doors, literally. Because we said last year, if y'all are changing the script, or at least some of you are, but we are on record last year saying he's going to be judged what his road to WrestleMania is like. And it hasn't been good.
I've always said post-Mania. Because this was the blueprint. The blueprint was always here for what was going to be Mania.
I don't know what I said.
He's fucked without the bloodline. Dominic Mysterio, new world champion.
Nah, man, I don't think Triple H has done as much.
I think he's released.
I think maybe what Dennis said a lot of the time, we book ourselves into disappointment because we book better than the WWE, and then they're not satisfied with what they're actually doing.
And yet, when we swap one of those W's with an A and rearrange the letters a bit, and we have something called AW.
Yeah, but stop.
Then we do the fantasy booking, and it turns out to be true, and it's really good.
Triple H taking over. It's kind of like
everyone was one stomp down at a time. Go on, Big Tone.
Thank you. AEW is AEW, WWE is WWE, and I feel that look, it is so great that we have an alternative product that we can get behind. So for when WWE does let us down, we can be like, shit, I just watch Wednesdays, isn't it? Yeah. But for what they've done right now, this has been one of the best years in a long time, to be honest, with consistent storylines, a few of them, I might add, with the Judgment Day storyline, the Dominic Mysterio storyline, and of course the Bloodline storyline. All of them, are good, consistent storylines that have ran for ages, long-term booking, and are going to have like a fitting ending at WrestleMania. So for me personally, I'm pleased with what they've done. Could it have been better? Could they have subverted our expectations? Sure. But for what they've done now, I'm really happy with the end products. I think WrestleMania is going to be a great show.
Want to hear what I'm happy about?
Sorry.
I also will second that by saying he has done well. Nico, kind of look at it like a manager taking over a club. When the previous manager's been sacked, so he's worked with what he's got so far. But then, as AJ was saying, post WrestleMania, that's when the new season starts for him from scratch. You know, he has all of the funds, he has all of the well, hopefully he has all of the bookings and all that kind of stuff. If Vince isn't involved, and as you said, we'll find out
anything that deserves your praise, guys.
If Charlotte wins the match, then but after WrestleMania, then that's his season, that's his new season, and then we'll see what he's got.
He's not done anything that's deserving anyone's praise, but that's fine. Things will unravel.
I'm not giving praise for anyone for stuff like this. I'm just saying I don't watch any of the products. I don't watch AEW. I don't watch anything like, unless I'm with y'all. As I keep stating that line, that catchphrase I said at the start. It's a case of what I'm happy about, though, is the fact that there is a pay-per-view happening. We've all made predictions, and it's everywhere. We're not all picking, well, it's just obviously going to be this, or it's obviously going to be this. And there's some ones we have to think about, which that's what makes it fun. I don't care about the wrestling. I care about this show, the fact that it's more in the case of like, oh, I don't know who to pick. And that what usually makes a good wrestling product. AEW, where every time the pay-per-view comes up, it's like that. WWE is not usually like that. So I'm happy it's like that right now. That's what I'm glad about. Plus the fact that everyone's picked different than me, and I've got 7 differences between me and Leon, 7 differences between me and Big Tone, 9 differences between me and Nico, and 8 between myself and AJ. So I can only win or lose. There is no drawing for me.
Cool. Right. So here's the thing. I will, just to retort and play a bit of devil's advocate. Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, Leon, is that it's a new season. The problem about this new season is Triple H has had the money and Triple H has had the toys and brought them back in. Now, 95% of those stuff that he's brought in, what's the Kazakh's tag team partner called? Come on.
Raquel?
No.
Fuck's sake.
Tegan Knox.
The Welsh girl, Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox. Gargano had to run back to NXT, right? A lot of the people that he brought back, Strowman is in some weird tag team that I can't explain. A lot of the people that he signed have Emma, Bray Wyatt, right? A lot of these people that got people excited, and I'm not taking digs when I say it was the AEW. Let's just sign them. Like all of those, the Good Brothers. The fuck? What the fuck? Where are they? Right?
Oh wow! I forgot about them.
I know AJ's injured.
Oh,
where
there
are
was
they?
a little...
with her little too sweet.
All right, yes, yeah, we get it, bro. Enough. All right, yeah. But
no,
the key
I'll
point,
carry on. Thank you, but carry on, you too.
Oh my god!
It's while cutting the person who's on screen. Like,
come on,
trying to close it. But the key point behind it is, as much as you've invested in these superstars, you could have signed them to a contract and bring it post-Mania and make it a big hit with storylines developed for post-Mania. He made all these big hits of this return, that return. And for that is where I understand what Nick is saying. It hasn't developed. However, I do believe in progress, and I believe he has made progress. I just need to see him really tweak it a lot more post-Mania, because it's like that blueprint has been there. It's done. That blueprint is done. Who are you using and who are you elevating? Even Jonah, I keep calling him Bronson Reed. Like, no one has been
elevated.
As big as they have been outside.
No.
Now that he's brought them back, and that
he's
is
made
problem.
the same mistakes as Daddy-in-law, which is put all the eggs in one basket. All the eggs are in one basket, which is why I said I am so curious to see what happens when the bloodline's gone, because I don't think he's got anywhere to hide. Then he's got some people fooled now, but he's done all right. It's like you mean fucking wrestling booker booked wrestling. Slow clap for Papa H. Like, come on, man.
You know what? If it were to be a proper booking, then if Triple H really wanted to build on what happens after the bloodline, then the focus should really be on the Battle Royal, which is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I should say. Sorry, rest in peace, Andre the Giant. But that should be the focus, which is why I don't know why that's on SmackDown. That match should be at WrestleMania.
Because that tells you exactly what Triple H thinks of that Battle Royal.
That Battle Royal has never been shit. That's just fact. Like, I don't even think you can create an investment into it. It's dead as far as I'm concerned.
He's got a few people he can bank on.
It's dead now. But like, okay, if we're starting afresh, start afresh with this Andre the Giant memorial. Have whoever wins it, have that build, because who won the first Andre the Giant? Who won the first one again?
You tell me. It's so important. You tell me.
It was Big Show, then Cesaro, then
Corbin,
Leon,
isn't it?
The fact that you can't remember who won the first one proves that this thing isn't important.
Cesaro was number 2.
Yeah, I swear third was Corbin.
At Saudi Arabia.
He's brought back King of the Ring. Let's see what happens.
Hey, it matters not, because what we have coming up, let's be positive. We got WrestleMania coming up. We are going to LA, Nico. Yay. Y'all going to be watching it. We're all going to see it then. And we got Money in the Bank coming up in the UK. So focus on positives. Let's keep the positive going. Let's end with a smile.
Let me just say this. Think back to last year's WrestleMania 38. And think about this WrestleMania. Which one's better?
I don't remember anything that happened last year.
Exactly.
Did I win?
Exactly.
Oh, I won. Yeah, so that's what I remember.
Cody debuted last year against Seth. Had a freaking barn burner.
The main event.
Wasn't it? Bianca and Sasha having a barn burner in the first night last year?
Brock Roman.
First night last year.
Yeah, Sasha must Bianca.
Right, so there were some fucking great matches at Mania last year.
No, it wasn't. That was the year before.
No, that was last year.
Was it? Okay, fair enough. Anyway,
yeah, it was Bianca.
Just remember the build up to last year.
Last year actually had some fantastic moments.
But the main event, and the main event,
fucking tried and tested unification. Roman Brock, wasn't it? Yeah. McMahon's. Oh, that's some good shit right there. You know,
that was booked into a corner.
We should be a lot more happier that we've got something we actually really want to see in the main event this year.
Oh, I'm very happy I'm going to see Cody Rhodes win the title. Don't get me wrong.
And Cena.
He's going to lose, though, which upsets me.
He's going to be there, doesn't matter. Yeah. And you're going to see Ray get his ass kicked. because that's what he does. You're gonna see him walk out in his suit and his mask. I wonder if he gets what if he gets his mask removed?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Don't do that.
Wouldn't surprise me. They tried to do it on Raw.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm trying to do it. Don't actually do it.
They've been showing him removing it in WCW when he pulls it off. It's been going all over the internet.
Right.
So you never know.
About the Hell in a Cell match.
But anyway, we are hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, we're in closing moments. What I would like to say, officially, Big Tone, Leon, see you guys in a couple of days. Den, Nick, safe journey. Enjoy the fuck out of it. Represent the ministry to the absolute best. But honestly, it's all about safe journey. Just enjoy the heck out of it because it is that moment. Den, I know you are the wrestling fan who doesn't enjoy wrestling, but it's mania. It's
Universal Studios.
Guys, for anyone listening at the moment, thank you. This is the end of the most structured season for the ministry, short of like we've had some like elements out there. We've done a full calendar worth of pay-per-views, so it's there. So thank you for that. And yeah, we will have a post show. I'm not too sure how we'll figure that one out. We'll figure out something because what comes next is always a fun show for each person on the card, and that's we'll look out for that and look out for some new shows. So for everyone who has joined us for a new season of the ministry, thank you very much, and let's just say congratulations and may the best man win.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Until the next time, I am the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
I'm Double V Nicolero. Follow me at Daddy Go if you're not already.
Denatech, the reigning champ, and we'll keep reigning.
Okay.
Uso Sims, the ultimate finesser. Too sweet.
All right, Big Tone out the zone. New champion incoming, and you're looking at it.
Okay, guys. We out. See ya.